gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police, but I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
MARTA police are searching for the person who shot and killed a man at the height of rush hour. The shooting happened Tuesday as the man was leaving the Ashby station in downtown Atlanta. And within the last 2 hours, 11 Alive's Tracy A. McPeer just got new information about the man who was killed. She joins us live with these brand new details. Tracy.
Well, the Fulton County ME's office just confirmed that the victim is 20-year-old Charles Perkins of Douglasville. Tonight, many MARTA riders tell me they're still shaken up over what happened.
This is Ashby train station. This is our station. This is our home.
Elliot Lovett lives in Vine City and takes the train from the Ashby station every day to work.
And I mean, if you guys have not noticed, Atlanta's on fire right now. I really don't see why he's surprised, because this has been going on for the longest. This isn't the first MARTA shooting that I've reported on. I mean, there was a guy who got shot at the MARTA because he pulled the strap because he was smoking a blunt in the at the MARTA, and the police stopped him and he was about to pull a strap on him. So this isn't the first time somebody got shot at the MARTA, but I mean, people are going to have to wake up eventually, right? It just seems like every time they get somebody on an interview, they acting like they don't know what's going on.
He was on his way home yesterday afternoon when he heard about the shooting.
I would say, man, that's crazy. So I walked home.
MARTA police confirmed Charles Perkins was leaving the station and at the bottom of this escalator when he was shot and killed. Sergeant Danae Littles says there are 20,000 cameras throughout all the MARTA stations, so there is surveillance video of the shooting. But they don't want to release it right now because it could compromise a future arrest.
Right now, our detectives are working around the clock to try to get the information that they need to solve this case.
Littles says they hope witnesses will come forward and call them or report tips through the MARTA See and Say app.
I have seen that app actually save lives, save people, make people feel safe.
Through the app, you can call or text a dispatcher or send in video clips and pictures as tips, all while remaining anonymous. Do you have this app?
I mean, but how quickly are the police going to respond? And then how many times are they going to figure out that, oh man, we're just getting prank called at this point?
I do not. I should get it.
Lovett says he wishes more riders would use the app too, because even after someone was killed here, they still need to use MARTA every day.
In this community, we use this. We need this. We have to have this.
Now,
if you think an app is going to save you, you got another thing coming. That's ridiculous if they think that an app is going to stop these super gremlins on demon time.
Littles also says they hope to add 25 new members to the MARTA Police Department, so they're holding a job fair here next Saturday on the 22nd. They're going to have it at the Lindbergh headquarters from 10 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon. For more information, just go to our website, 11alive.com.
An update to a Channel 2 Action News exclusive. A local police chief confirms a former McDonald supervisor has now been charged with child molestation and other crimes involving a young woman who worked at the restaurant. And the suspect was already on the sex offender registry.
Dang, so how is he the supervisor if he's a registered intercourse offender? He's a supervisor at McDonald's. Yo, McDonald's, what y'all, who are y'all hiring? What's going on here?
Channel 2 investigative reporter Mark Winnie is live at the Clayton County Jail. Mark, the chief says new information came to police after a Channel 2 story in March.
That's right, and the new charges are out of Loganville, but we are at the Clayton County Jail because we understand he's been held on an unrelated case here. We begin with reaction from the alleged victim's mom, whom we are blurring to protect the identity of her daughter.
It's still rough. She's still dealing with, being a new mom. But today is a different kind of day. It's a day of rejoicing. It's a day of accomplishment.
Meaning?
He's gone. He's locked up.
We spoke to the alleged victim's mom Monday. She says Jermarcus Sampson impregnated her then 15-year-old daughter for a story.
Damn. So she is impregnated and she's getting ready to be a new mom. She's keeping it. This would be a great case for all the pro-choice people, but it looks like she wanted to keep her rapist baby. You know, I'm starting to kind of question everything that they told me about abortions and rape and abortions. A lot of these people are wanting to keep these kids. I'm not saying that they should or shouldn't, but a lot of people wanting to keep these kids.
We reported last month we encountered Jermarcus Sampson's name in the civil arena. It was in a lawsuit against McDonald's Corporation and others. But this new development involves his name in the criminal arena. New criminal charges, an arena with which he may be familiar. We found Jermarcus Sampson on sex offender sites. Mel Hewitt, plaintiff's attorney in the lawsuit, says Sampson was convicted of 2 sex offenses years before he was hired by the McDonald's at 4638 Atlanta Highway, Loganville, and that he was on the sex offender registry when hired and placed in a supervisory role.
Wow.
He began grooming her, ended up getting what certainly everyone's going to claim is consensual sex, but she's 15 years old.
She's not.
Yeah, she's 15. She's not old enough to consent. He forged a relationship with a 15-year-old. I mean, that's wild. It's crazy, especially in a supervisory position working for McDonald's. These super horny gremlins are on demon time.
Legally able to consent.
She cannot, not in the state of Georgia.
Documents suggest Jermarcus Sampson has now been charged with child molestation, felony, statutory rape, felony, and enticing a child for indecent purposes, felony. Documents indicated all 3 offenses involve a child under the age of 16 and suggest Sampson took the victim in an automobile to an unknown park in Loganville and had sexual intercourse with the victim. Quote,
Dang.
The accused stated that he believed that he may be the father of the victim's child. A Clayton County warrant contains an allegation that Jermarcus Sampson on January 17th of this year committed an offense of aggravated assault by strangulation. A statement from Loganville Police Chief Dick Lowry says the Loganville Police Department has had an open criminal investigation regarding a reported statutory rape since February 2022, with Jermarcus Sampson as a suspect. After the WSB TV story on this case aired, additional information on the case and the suspect became available. Our detectives pursued the new information, and on Friday, April 21, 2023, were able to secure felony arrest warrants on Jermarcus Christopher Sampson, 29.
I definitely want him to pay for his crime, but it's still bittersweet. We need to heal the country, heal these people.
Chief Lowry indicated that at last check, Sampson was in the Clayton County Jail on an unrelated charge. For the March story, by phone, I reached a person who indicated it was Jermarcus Sampson. He indicated he did work as an assistant manager at McDonald's in Loganville. He suggested a young girl who worked at the Loganville McDonald's lied to him about her age, telling him she was 17, but he did not have a relationship.
What? But don't you see all the applications? Don't you get their ID when they apply for the job? I mean, this one's not going to work, buddy. This excuse is not going to work. Had you waited 1 year in the state of Georgia, I'm not saying it's right, but had he waited 1 year, he would have avoided all of these things. But that's neither here nor there. The super horny gremlin could not wait that extra year to do what he did. And he's also in a position of power, which is, Me Too-esque. I mean, he impregnated her, so I guess it's 100% all the way. But this is just an insane story. I don't know what McDonald's going to do, how she's going to get a payout, but they're keeping the child. They're getting a bag from it, so it's crazy.
With her or anyone underage. He suggested, though there were 2 charges listed in the lawsuit, both came from one case, and he'd been hardworking and had stayed law-abiding since his release from prison. And for that lawsuit story, we used a statement. Last year, McDonald's implemented its global brand standards, where all restaurants worldwide are assessed and held accountable to a set of standards addressing topics like harassment prevention and workplace safety. A statement attributable to Bruce Vineyard, McDonald's owner-operator, said, "The allegations made in this lawsuit are disturbing, and this employee no longer works at our restaurant. My organization has always tried to be a place where everyone feels safe and respected when they come to work. We hold safe and respectful workplace training, and we always have an open door for employees to raise concerns." Now, a spokesman says Jamira Sampson is represented by the Clayton County Public Defender Office on the aggravated assault charge, but the office has no comment on the assault allegation so far. We did reach out by email in case McDonald's wanted to make a new comment. That statement about the global brand standards is attributable to Tiffany Boyd, a senior VP at McDonald's USA. Reporting live, Mark Winnie, Channel 2 Action News.
Yo, what's good, BGZM News 17 family? I'm at the corner of Jesse Jackson and Marcus Garvey, and I got some bad news for you. As you can see, I lost my job. I'm out here living in cardboard boxes outside of boarded up vacant homes. YouTube said I'm done getting money out here in these streets. They even took my funky ass suit. So anything right now would help. So go ahead and hit that Cash App, hit that PayPal, hit that GoFundMe. Hell, cop the merch. Or if you want to make the long-term commitment to the Jinquavius Jackson Fund, join the Patreon so that I can continue to put out top-notch content each and every day. Also, check out the Rumble, where there is absolutely no censorship. Link in the description box below.
Hey, yo, ain't that nigga Jinquavius? Yo, I recognize.
No, that's not me no more.
Hey, yo, run your pocket.
Y'all killing me with this shit.
Do the opposite of Antonio Brown and take
What
all your
more do you want from me?
There's some breaking news just into the newsroom. Police arresting a 17-year-old who they say killed a transgender woman here in Atlanta.
So guys, we got him. Jermarcus Jernigan, the guy who ended up deleting the Transformer Koko, the reality star one. I mean, I'm curious to see exactly why he did what he did. Maybe he didn't even have no reason, but a lot's gonna come out. I'm gonna stay on this, but I definitely wanted to update you guys on this.
Jermarcus Jernigan faces several charges, including murder and aggravated assault. Atlanta police say he turned himself in yesterday. Last week, Koko, also known by her loved ones as Rasheeda Williams, was gunned down on Martin Luther King Jr. Drive Southwest. She was the star of the documentary Kokomo City. The teen arrested in her murder is being... And
that documentary was basically about trans intercourse workers. So, I mean, was she... let's keep it a buck. Was she a prostitute? Was she a trans intercourse worker? I mean, it doesn't seem like that is a stretch to assume, but the facts are going to come out. I'm interested to see what happens. Condolences, but man, it's just wild out here in these streets, man. You got to be careful. These super teen gremlins are on demon time.
Kokomo City. The teen arrested in her murder is being held in the Fulton County Jail.
Tonight, the Atlanta Police Department released some surveillance video tied to a recent homicide to help catch a killer. Check this out here, folks. Police want you to identify this person walking up the stairs, approaching the stairs, seen walking up to an apartment building wearing a number 2 Atlanta Falcons jersey. Police believe this person may have information into a deadly shooting of Rasheeda Williams, better known as Koko the Doll. Now, her body was found Wednesday night right off of Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, and that's where we find 11 Alive's Cody Alcorn tonight. So, Cody, you spoke to a friend of Williams, and what are they hearing about her homicide?
So it's their understanding that Williams met somebody at a nearby mall at some point, got into a vehicle with this person.
So she met him at a mall, Could he have been a John? Guys, what are we doing? Like, intercourse work in the community? Forget about it. You're dead. You're dead. I mean, and, you know, respectfully, I've heard on multiple interviews and even just knowing some strippers who do intercourse work here in Atlanta, I heard that they don't even want to deal with the community because a lot of these dudes in the community who are Johns, they're too aggressive. They don't want to pay. They always want to negotiate. So could this individual have been, you know, selling the WAP or the bussy or whatever you want to call it, and it just goes bad? I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm just throwing something out there, wondering if it'll stick. But man, like I said, intercourse work in the community, forget about it. You're better off getting on OnlyFans and popping that thing for $3.99.
And then was shot. Her body dropped off here, where there's now a makeshift memorial outside the Holmes Plaza Center.
She was a beautiful soul, very caring, very giving, very warm. And she was living her truth, and she's a beautiful light.
What does that mean, living her truth? I mean, it sounds like there might have been some solicitation going on. I mean, and people getting in the comments of my last video about her getting upset, and it's just like, bro, if Shorty was in the streets selling that WAP, I mean that bussy, then I mean, what do you expect? Honestly, it's crazy. We got to take some accountability now.
And a big part of my heart.
A light now darkened and a heart crushed.
Not the way that I wanted my sister to leave this world.
Rasheeda Williams was shot, her body left on the side of the road. A life robbed from her at only 35 years old.
She had a lot of goals and hopes, and she was just a very positive, sweet person that was stuck in the struggles of being a Black trans woman in America.
The struggles of being a Black trans woman in America, aka the struggles of being a streetwalker. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. And now, you know, obviously, this type of lifestyle leads to, you know, a chaotic, tumultuous end. That's the reality. And people don't want to talk about that. And they want to graze over that. And they just want to say, oh, she was victimized because, or he was victimized because he's a Black trans, da-da-da-da. And it's like, nah, big bruh. That's, you're living that life, you know, selling the WAP or the bussy to the highest bidder. I mean, you can't call the police about the bricks in the kitchen like Waka Flocka said. So if a dude want to run off on the bussy, you know, like he hit it and then he want to run off on the bussy, you can't really do much because it's illegal. So, you know, that's pretty much the game. I ain't even gonna cap. That's the game, man. These super horny gremlins are on demon time. But it is messed up that a 17-year-old kid potentially could have been trying to cop the bussy. A 17-year-old kid. Sisters, come get your kids.
Dominique Silver knows the struggle all too well. The two met thanks to their roles in the award-winning documentary Kokomo City.
Kokomo City is about the struggles of the Black transgender community and dealing with the struggles of sex work and the dichotomy with...
Told you. Intercourse work. She was selling the WAP. She was selling the bussy. He was selling the bussy. I can't even get it straight. Bro was selling a bussy. Bro linked up with the wrong dude, and maybe the 17-year-old genuinely thought that bro was a woman, and then he felt like he got finesse. That could have been it. You never know. But I mean, it's gonna be interesting to follow this one, guys. I'm gonna stay on track. And if I'm right about this, if I am correct about this, then All the people in the comments section, I'm coming back to them comments, and I'm gonna eat your ass up for sure.
Within the black community, pretty much.
Because I want people to understand, just be something that you was born to be. Like, how can people
be something that you was born to be? You ain't even taking your own advice, bro. It's crazy.
Look down on you and say things.
And it just really hurts me deeply to the core that she didn't get a chance to see the movie, live it, play its course, and succeed in what she wanted to succeed in.
Silver says even in death, Williams' fight to protect her community shines, even in the darkest hours.
We have to work together as people, as humanity, to really stop these issues and protect black trans women at all costs. We really need to.
Well, I mean, if you're selling the pussy, at least let the man know that you are a transformer before you get in the whip. Like, just let you know, text him, just let you know, I'm a trans da-da-da-da-da-da. I used to have a ding-a-ling, or I still got one, because that would solve a lot of confusion. Now, there might be some guys who are just like, okay, I'm going to delete a prostitute today. That happens as well, and that's a real thing because intercourse work is very dangerous. So
it's better. It's hurting us to our soul, and we are human beings at the end of the day.
Williams didn't shy away from being a sex worker. Kokomo City really did showcase the struggles that black trans women found themselves in and find themselves in today. Because Silver says, look around, there's not much for traditional employment for them. So that's how they find themselves in these situations they work so hard to try to get out of.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.